from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
A local organization working to overcome reading hurdles for students and families, and Henrico Police arrest a man and charge him with strangulation. We'll have details in today's Henrico News Minute for Wednesday, June 2nd, 2021. It's brought to you today by Henrico County.
And now for the news.
It started as an effort to find black role models for youngsters, and it has now developed into a fast-growing program that's partnered with a number of middle and high schools in Henrico County. The program is called Black Men Read, and its founder and president, Demetrius Frazier, recently spoke with the Henrico Citizen to detail the roots of the organization and what it hopes to accomplish. It's an article that you'll definitely want to check out right now on henricocitizen.com. You can click on News and Education to read it. Back in 2019, Frazier and Lance Adams were trying to build a bit of a book group. They sought other black male readers specifically to talk about some of the tragic events that were happening at the time, including the death of Philando Castile during a routine traffic stop in Minnesota a couple years earlier. But Frazier said they found that there weren't a lot of black male readers and said, quote, "We wanted to understand why that was and what we could do to change it," end quote. He and Adams then tried a different approach, turning to local school systems, and eventually their organization became a nonprofit foundation that's trying to change the narrative, according to Frazier. The organization now is a resource for 6 Henrico County schools, Hermitage, Henrico, and Highland Springs high schools, as well as Brooklyn, Fairfield, and Wilder middle schools. Its Lit at the Crib campaign has been providing the schools with new books and bookshelves for students in order to promote better reading habits. And it has school officials singing the organization's praises. Each Lit at the Crib event has provided about 100 bookshelves, each with about 15 books to students at each school. Frazier says the key to the organization's efforts is not just stocking those shelves with any available books, but providing books that children will actually want to read. The group has worked with school librarians to match children with their interests and books that are related. Frazier says the reason many children don't read is because they often don't see their parents reading. And he said parents shouldn't fall back on the idea that just because they read certain books as children that their children will want to read those same books, saying, quote, "Oftentimes we say I read To Kill a Mockingbird as a child and therefore you should read it because it's a good book. That may be true, but it doesn't mean that's the draw to them," end quote. The organization has raised a little more than half of its $13,000 donation goal toward its Lit at the Crib campaign. To learn more, read our article on henricocitizen.com, or you can visit blackmenreadnow.com. Henrico Police yesterday arrested a 54-year-old man on charges that he strangled his 44-year-old wife, who was found dead in eastern Henrico last week. Houston James Myers Sr. faces the strangulation charge after Brandy Myers was found dead in a home in the 5400 block of Coxon Road at about 3:15 p.m. on May 29th. Henrico Police, Fire, and EMS had responded to the home for reports of a medical emergency. Brandy Myers was pronounced dead at the scene. Houston Myers is being held without bond at the Henrico Jail West, and Brandy Myers' sister has started a GoFundMe page to assist with her funeral expenses. You can find the link to that page on our website, henricocitizen.com, by clicking on News and then Crime. The Henrico Police also have arrested and charged a 52-year-old county man in connection with 2 robberies that occurred in the past week. Donnell Hamilton faces charges of larceny in connection with a May 30th incident in the 1300 block of North Laburnum Avenue, and robbery charges in connection with a May 25th incident in the 8000 block of Brook Road. He's being held at the Jail West facility without bond. If your garden needs a little color this summer, we've got you covered. You can visit henricocitizen.com and search for In the Garden to read the latest edition of this syndicated column from Melinda Myers. She explains some different plants you might try to add some brightness in your garden. They include petunias, lantana, or other suitable heat-tolerant flowers. Forsythia and lilacs are a few others she mentioned. So check that column out today and put it to use at your home. Yesterday was the first day on the job for our new education reporter, Anna Bryson, who comes to us from Sarasota, Florida. You can visit henricocitizen.com now and click on News and then Education to read an introductory letter from Anna to Henrico readers, learn a little bit more about her, and learn how to connect with her if you have ideas for education coverage. Anna is with us courtesy of our partnership with the Report for America program, and we are tasked with raising money to help fund her salary. If you'd like to contribute, you can visit henricocitizen.com/contribute to help out. Today's Henrico News Minute is brought to you by Henrico County, which is asking you, how do you want to hear from the county? Visit publicinput.com/Henrico News to take a brief survey.